Hi, friend. Welcome back to Elevate with Erica. I am so glad that you're here. So, in the last episode, we got real about imposter syndrome and what it feels like to finally be living in your blessings. And for me, I talked about rebuilding my marriage and leading a thriving business and walking in opportunities that I once prayed for like years, and still hearing that whisper of who am I to have this, right? We talked about rising from the ashes of failure and learning to receive the goodness that follows. And if you missed that episode, I encourage you to please go back and listen to that before you jump into this one, because this one, we're going to go one layer deeper. Because what happens when you do start to believe that you deserve the blessing, right? But then the next fear creeps in, the fear that it's all going to fall apart again. Like you finally start breathing again, and then you catch yourself kind of bracing for impact, right? You finally start walking in peace, and then you hear that old voice whisper, don't get too comfortable here. And today we're talking about something that's been real for me lately. It's that quiet fear that creeps in when things are finally going well. And it's the voice that says, this season feels too good. Don't get too comfortable. What if this all falls apart again? So if you can relate to that, I hope I have your attention, because this is what I want to dive into. Maybe you're in a season that looks like answered prayers, and yet instead of resting in that, you're missing the joy because you're too busy bracing yourself for impact. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Same. And actually, I just before I decided I was going to record this podcast, saw a quote online. If you focus on what you're missing what you have, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's a little bit of that, like focusing on, I know we don't miss the failures, of course, but it's like a little bit of that, like if you're looking in the wrong direction, then you're missing what's right in front of you, right? So when I saw that quote, I was like, that's like a really good, way to kind of explain what we're going to dive into today. So, how to fully live in your blessings without letting the fear of losing them steal your joy. Because, yes, we know life's going to happen, right? Everything won't be sunshine and rainbows forever, no matter how good your life is today. I wish I could tell you that all problems would just skirt around you, but that's not the case, right? Things are going to change, but we're not meant to live in dread. And we're meant to live in freedom. And that's what I want to help you do today. And myself, right? We're doing this together. So the truth is, when you've been through it, when you've hit your rock bottom, your heartbreaks, your blindsiding disappointments, your body remembers those things and your mind remembers those things. So when the sun starts to shine again, when the laughter comes easier, when the house feels lighter, when the marriage feels stronger, when your kid seems okay again, instead of exhaling, you're kind of walking through the calm that you're experiencing, walking through your blessings, but you're also holding your breath. And that's where I've found myself lately. Things are good right now. Um, Man, looking a year back, things are really good right now. My marriage, we're stronger. We're rebuilding. We're actively rebuilding something beautiful together. Trust and intimacy and communication are things that I'm actively working on within myself and within our marriage. But part of me still remembers the guest bedroom, the silence, the nasty words we exchanged, the day we each had our divorce lawyers in our pockets. And I'd be lying if I said that I never have moments of thinking, what if we slip again? What's keeping us from slipping again? My business, after losing a massive income stream that I worked hard to build, I've found myself not just rebuilding, but thriving in a way that feels incredibly aligned, like even more aligned than I was before when I thought I was aligned. Feels so aligned and so free. And it makes me really excited for the future of my family. But that fear still creeps in. What if this doesn't last either? Like, when's this one going to fall apart? And then there's motherhood. Okay. Like, teen parents. Um, Aaron had a rough eighth grade year. And if you've got teens, then you know. the fear and the prayer and the what ifs. But he has turned a corner lately. He's making better choices. I feel like he's on track with better friends. He's got better energy. And I'm watching it unfold with a lot of gratitude, but I'm also thinking, please let this stick as he enters into the 10th grade year in about a month and a half. Please don't let us go backward. So here's what I've realized that fear, it doesn't mean that I am ungrateful because I'm living in answered prayers right now. It doesn't mean that I'm negative because I generally think I'm a very optimistic kind of person. I'm a realistic optimistic, if that makes sense. It does mean that I'm human, though, right? It means that we're human. If you can relate to those, you have some of your own. I've seen what can fall apart, right? And our body remembers that, and our mind remembers that. So here's the deeper truth that I'm learning to lean into. Just because something broke once doesn't mean that it's destined to break again, right? We're not who we were back then. I'm not the same woman who cried herself to sleep in the guest room. I'm not the same woman who hustled herself into burnout, trying to hold a team together that wasn't aligned. I'm not the same mom carrying all that fear in silence, seemingly alone. And God, He's still God. Like the same one who brought us through it the first time, the same one who held us in the breaking, the same one who's blessing us in the rebuilding. He's still the same God. I've spent too much time in the past being scared to enjoy my life, scared to settle into the peace. And I want it so badly. Scared to believe the breakthrough was really mine. I'm still in it. I'm still in it. And I've spent too much time in it. And all that fear has done is rob me twice, right? Once when I was in the valley, and then again when I got to the mountaintop, although I still think I'm getting there, um, and can't see the view. So now I'm learning to stay present in the goodness, right? Because I'm aware of it and I'm working on it. So I'm learning to stay present in the goodness and to thank God for the good marriage days without dreading the bad ones that are sure to come. No marriage is perfect. To embrace the business growth without tying my worth or my stability to it, to cheer my son on as he makes better choices without projecting all the fear that could go wrong, right? And it doesn't mean that I'm naive. It means that I'm free. So here's the truth that I don't want to sugarcoat, though. It could fall apart again. Life happens. Relationships face challenges. Business isn't guaranteed. Parenting teenagers, I mean, bless it, right? It's an emotional roller coaster with no seatbelts. And I could face another hard season. I could find myself on my knees again saying, God, I don't know how to fix this. But I refuse to let the possibility of pain rob me of the reality of peace today. Because the truth is that worry doesn't protect us from heartbreak, does it? It just steals the joy that we were meant to experience before it ever even happened. So, no, I can't promise you that you won't hit any road bumps from here on. I can't promise that my marriage will never hit another hard patch, but I can promise to show up today as a partner who's invested and who's present and who's grateful for the laughter that we've rebuilt, that we are rebuilding. And no, I can't guarantee that my business will stay on the mountaintop, but I can promise to show up today in alignment, serving people with my heart, waking up in obedience to the opportunities that God has placed in my hands. And no, I can't control every choice my son will make as he continues growing into the man that God's calling him to be, but I can choose to celebrate this moment, this better season with him, this open-hearted conversation, this glimpse of the fruit that comes from the hard parenting days, right? from the times when we're punishing them and it's punishing us too, right? It breaks our heart too. So here's what I'm learning, that we don't have to live like we're waiting for something to go wrong. We get to live like everything is going right now. And if things shift tomorrow, God's going to meet us there too, the same God. I'm getting ready to go on an 8-day cruise with my family. We leave for Miami on Friday, the 25th of July. So I'm actually recording this podcast way early. It won't release until like August, but I won't be able to record at that time because I won't be here. And we are set out to celebrate my 40th birthday, which is on July 31st. So we are going on an 8-day Western Caribbean cruise on the Icon of the Seas. And this is going to be this topic of this episode. The reason why it came about is because this is something that I actively want to work on while I'm on this cruise. Just living in this blessing and this life and this cruise that I was able to afford for my family, and all of the ways my life is really good. It's not just because of how it looked a year ago, but especially because of how it looked a year ago, and really appreciating living in God's answered prayers. So if you're in a good season, but you keep looking over your shoulder, I just want you to know that I see you and I get it. But friend, we can't let fear steal this season from us. You deserve to live in answered prayers. You deserve to breathe deep in the peace. You deserve to raise your hands and say, God, I see what you did there. And just smile. And it's okay to trust it, and it's okay to enjoy it. And if something hard ever comes again, you're going to handle it because you've already been equipped in the fire. But for now, don't miss the blessing trying to prepare for the breakdown. I love you. I'm cheering for you, and I will see you next time on Elevate with Erica. Hey there, friends. I'm excited to share something that's been a game changer for my health and wellness journey. Like, we have elevated, friends. Make Wellness Bioactive Precision Peptides. Now, if you're wondering, what are bioactive peptides? Let me break it down for you. These are the cutting edge supplements designed to support your body from the inside out. And we are the first company to introduce bioactive precision peptides to the market. They are totally sourced from nature, which is why they don't have to be injected like synthetic peptides. Because they are sourced from nature, they can survive in the digestive tract and work their magic. Seriously, it feels like magic. So whether you're looking to improve your energy, tackle your to-dos like a ninja with better focus, get better sleep, build more lean muscle mass, lose fat, promote radiant skin, or just feel your absolute best overall, then these peptides are going to help you level up. Here's the best part. Make Wellness takes the guesswork out of supplementation. Their formulas are backed by science and precision crafted to give you exactly what your body needs. No fluff, no fillers, just real results. Backed by billions of dollars in research and over 9 years in human clinical trials. And guess what? You can grab these life-enhancing peptides directly through me. To learn more or place an order, just head to the link in the show notes or to my Instagram channel, Peptides Restock, where I'm giving you the inside scoop on all the products, restocks, and the amazing testimonials coming in daily. I'll guide you through the options and help you choose what fits your goals best. Head over to my Instagram at Miss Erica Renee and click on that Peptides Restock channel. Let's elevate together with Make Wellness, because you deserve to feel unstoppable. So don't wait, reach out today, and let's start this journey toward a stronger, healthier, elevated you.